Hey, we're back in the closet, hanging out.
Yep. Hopefully we fixed our sound.
Yeah, sound on the last two podcasts was, is she yet?
It really was.
Because Spotify sucks, and none of this is going up to Spotify because Spotify, your podcast have to be in MP3 format. That's the only thing they accept. Unlike
You're speaking Greek to me.
everybody else can take MP4, which is what we record in. So this one should sound much better than the last two, which sounded really poor, in my opinion.
Somebody's at our door.
Wouldn't you know it? Haven't seen them all night.
Come
and
in.
As soon as we kick on the podcast, then people start showing up to the party.
Yeah. Take it by yourself for a second.
I don't like taking it by myself. There's nothing to talk about when I'm by myself, other than I'm trying to figure out this trade I'm working on right now. And it says it'll make my team better in fantasy football. Tariq Cohen and Juju Smith-Schuster are who I would be acquiring, and I would be giving up Josh Jacobs and DJ Moore.
What are you talking about?
I think it's a good trade for my team and my makeup because it'll improve the strength of my bench, and it will improve the strength of my receivers and my flex spot. Because this year we enhanced the lineup and we've added an additional flex spot. So now that you're back, I can stop boring people with my fantasy football talk.
God, please. Jeez. You know what?
What?
Listen to this. I ran a lot of places today. I've been putting some stuff off. I know that's shocking. And I used to not be that way. I used to not put things off. I used to take care of things right when they needed to be taken care of. Well, the older I get, the more of a procrastinator that I tend to be. So I've been needing to go to get birth certificates because I lost them. And I've been needing to go to the Board of Education, and I've been needing to go do a couple things. Okay, so guess where I went today? Are you listening or are you playing on your phone?
Don't start with me. I'm listening. You know I'm listening. I'm
No, I don't.
Listener.
There's going to be a pop quiz.
Okay.
Okay, so today well, first of all, I took Kaylee to the doctor. Okay,
Right.
We sat in there forever. Then I took her to school, and then after school, I went to the vital statistics office.
Mm-hmm.
Straight from there, I went to the Social Security Administration. I went there. Straight from there, I went to the Board of Freaking Education. Now, out of the doctor's office, vital statistics, Social Security Administration, and Board of Education, who do you think was the rudest to deal with? Which of those offices was I like, wow?
The doctor's office?
No. You get one more guess.
Board of Ed.
Yes. Board of Education workers in the records office, if you're listening, get a new job. You don't like yours, you're miserable. I can see it in your face. You hate your life. Get out of that office. It must be miserable to work there. Because I roll up in there. The lady that's working security, and I use security loosely, was super nice.
Right.
I already knew where I needed to go because it's like the fourth time I've tried to do this. Okay. And I went back there, and like, it's like one of those half doors, right? So there's like a ledge that they have like this sheet, paper on it with the pen connected to it that you got to fill this form out, right?
We got you. Yeah.
So you can see into the office.
Right.
And I see this lady sitting at her desk eating a teeny tiny little individual sized portion of applesauce, or what I believe to be applesauce. Has her glasses on, and she looks over at me. She was like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have this birth certificate. I need to fill out this proof of age form." Well, she's gonna have to help you with that. And I was like, "Okay, I need to fill out the form, so it's gonna be a second." So I use the pen that's connected to the thingy, and it starts to run out. It's like not working, and there is no other pen within my reach, and I'm scared to ask this lady for a pen because she is feeling a certain type of way, and I'm interrupting her applesauce snack. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am? And she looked over, she's like, I said, this pen's running out. She was like, did you scratch it on the paper? Sometimes it does that. And I was like, okay. And I scratch. It's not working. I was like, it's still not working. And she like, look, I wish you all could see me right now because she looked above her glasses at me and like looked at me like, you're freaking going to make me get up from my applesauce eating time to give you a pen. That's the look she gave me. That's what I felt. She grabbed a pen and she came and she just short of slammed it down on the thing. I would demonstrate, but it would be loud in the microphone. She like placed it very hard in front of me. Like I'm doing something wrong. Like, so I filled out the form.
You should have said, I don't want to be here any more than you do.
Well,
and you're getting paid to be here.
I filled out the form. Well, what I thought I did, they marked all these little X's where I'm supposed to fill out these blanks. Only fill out where the X's are, they said. So I followed direction. So another lady came over, looked at the paper. She goes, you did not completely fill this out. This is another lady. And she turned it around. I was like, what's wrong? I filled out all the X's. She was like, you didn't include the address on this X. It says name of employer and address. We need the full address. And I was like, oh, my bad. And I was like, it's the mall. Can I just write the mall? You know, she didn't think that was funny. She did not think that was funny. So I wrote the address down. And then she said, and we need your address in this box. I said, well, that wasn't X'd. I didn't think that you needed it. And then she took the pen real hateful like and made an X by it, like real hateful.
Gosh.
I know. So I wrote my address in and she looked it over. She was like, you still didn't complete it. Like she's like talking down to me. Like I didn't I was like, what did I do wrong? I said, I filled out the X's. I put the address. She goes, we need the phone number for the employer. I was like, with all due respect, to take up for me, ma'am, it says name and address. She was like she knew I was right. She was like, well, we need the phone number anyway. You're going to have to look it up. And I was
That's
like,
a person
okay.
that's miserable and has a little bit of power over somebody and they use it.
Right?
She's just doing it to me. You just Google that.
She goes, so I wrote it in there and I was like, I think I've completed it. It's been a hot minute since I've been in school. I'm not used to filling out papers. So sorry. And I'm in a hurry and this is the 4th office I've been in today and I haven't worked out and this is normally my workout time. So I'm a little foggy. And she just looked at me. I said that to her. And she took the paper. She looked at me because I completed it finally. She was like, give it 2 weeks. When you get it in the mail, she can go to work. And just turned around. And I walked out and I went back to that security guard. And I was like, she was like, did you get everything taken care of? And I was like, yeah, but they hate their job back there. And she just started cracking up laughing. Like she already knew. She was a big old jolly lady. She was real fun. She started cracking up laughing. Like I know she already knew. And so I was signing out and I dropped the pen and the pen went rolling down the thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am not having good luck. She goes, honey, it's not you. The floor's slanted. I was like, okay, thanks for making me feel better. And I picked the pen up and I left. Right?
You had a day.
And the Social Security Administration, I didn't know what the freak to do. I haven't been in there in years. And so I just go up and get in what I think's the line. And then the security guard there was like, ma'am, you got to use the kiosk. I was like, fancy pants, okay. So I had to use the kiosk. I didn't know that. You have to use the kiosk in case you're going to the Social Security.
I've been there.
Well, I didn't know that. There's a little kiosk you have to get your number from. I got my number.
Was this like state? Is this the podcast about state?
Yeah.
State
but I want to,
workers
yeah,
and
but
buildings.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I want to give props to Vital Statistics today.
Vital Statistics, shout out.
I went in there to get both Kaylee and Brooke's birth certificate because they want to get their learners. It was the fastest process, the most streamlined process. The workers were happy to see you, or at least they appeared to be happy to see me. I asked the lady, I said, I got to go to the Social Security office next. Do you know where it is? She was like, oh, honey, I'll get you a map of Charleston. And I was like, no, I'm familiar with Charleston. Just tell me where it's by. You know what I mean? They were really kind.
They're really kind.
And they're state workers. They were the Chick-fil-A of state workers at the Vital Statistics.
You know what, though?
Chick-fil-A of state workers. You know what that
says to me? They were the one place you went to today that had good leadership in place. They knew how to make their employees happy and make them like their job.
They were very, very kind, but okay, I'm about to be mean. I don't know if I should. Their appearance was almost like that out of Wrong Turn. I feel like that they needed to be dressed a little bit better and presentable.
You already
but you know
stated
what?
where you went today.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I just feel like they were kind of sloppy, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Customer service over the way you're dressed and the way you're appearing to be is better. Okay, I'm done with that. But that's what I did this morning, and I covered all that before noon. Before 11. Before 11.
That's impressive. I got to give it up. That's impressive.
You didn't go all those places, did you?
Heck no, I didn't. No.
I felt like a grown-up today.
That's amazing.
I felt like a grown-up. I haven't done errands like that in a long time.
You did a whole adult day.
I was a whole adult today. And then I got catcalled in Speedway.
Well, I mean, that's nice.
No. Why can't these people that catcall me be hot?
That doesn't work that way.
Remotely hot?
It doesn't work that way.
Kind of cute? Not bad to look at?
Doesn't work that way.
No, it really doesn't.
No.
Not very often.
No.
Not very often at all. And the guy at the register thought he was being slick, I think. Because, like, at the time I didn't catch it, and then when I went to the car and thought about it, I was like, I think he was the one that was trying to get me. Because there was a guy in front of me getting something. I don't even know what he was getting. I wasn't paying attention. And as he was leaving and I was putting my stuff up at the thing, he kind of turned around and looked at me. And the guy at the register said, I hate when guys catcall ladies. I'm like, oh, you talking about what he goes, you do know that comment was directed towards you, don't you? And I was like, I didn't even hear what he said. He said, man, that's a sweet ass. And I was like, oh, I didn't hear him say that. He goes, guys these days just don't have game. They do it all wrong. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, that's going to work with me. I'm going to be like, oh, let's go out. He was like, I know, right? And, like, we started laughing about it. And then I just went to the car and I thought, slick move there, buddy. You seem like the good guy now, right? Mm-hmm. And that other guy seems like the creepy creep.
He is a creep.
Well, he is, if he really said that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
He's a creep.
This kid he's a kid. I mean, I probably could have been his mom.
Right.
But anyway. That's my fun stories.
Wow.
Story time over. Circle time is over.
Wow. Okay.
What? You're over there sitting in your phone. I feel like somebody's got to talk.
Where's my phone?
You just put it down.
I did?
Yes. Tell me I'm lying. Did you or did you not just put your phone down about 27 seconds ago?
Somewhere in that range.
In the middle of my Speedway story.
During your Speedway story, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. Let's move on to something more interesting.
No,
how was your day in insurance?
That's real.
Please enlighten us with some fun stories.
I had no fun during insurance time.
Well, maybe during your Uber time. Anything fun happened during Uber?
During my Lyft time.
Oh, so wait. He's driving for Uber and Lyft now. Does it on the reg. Does it daily. After work until about 7:30 or 8. In case anybody wants to be picked up.
Yeah, shoot
by
me a
JMR.
text. Shoot me a text. I'll come get you. No, today was not that great because I spent almost freaking hour with one group of men that were doing drug deals. So
yeah,
I was a
be
runner.
careful with
I was
that.
a runner today. And I didn't know. I knew when I picked them up that the odds were good, but I thought I was just dropping them off. I didn't know they did a round trip. But basically, I went all the way out past. You know where the airport is?
Yeah.
You know where you turn before you go up that hill and you go towards Coonskin?
Yeah.
The old way?
Yeah.
Well, I went through that light at the Go Mart and I went way, way out. Then I shot off to the right down on this little road and I went way out on this one-lane road till gravel.
Right.
And then I picked up these three grungy guys.
Grungy. Describe.
Dirty.
Did they stink up Eve?
You just rode in her. Was she fine or not?
Oh, that's right. I did. No, she was fine.
Well, one guy was he was wearing sweatpants.
Right.
He looked like he just got out of bed.
Oh, maybe you did.
And he had his leg all bandaged up, and he had one sweatpants leg
what if he
pulled
was
up to his knee.
Oozing on my
He didn't
car.
ooze. He wasn't oozing. He wasn't oozing.
What if he has staph infection?
Then he has staph infection.
Nasty.
It's all over your car now.
JMR,
All over
if
your
somebody's
car.
bandaged up and grungy, he can't get in Eve.
It's too late. He got in.
Oh, go ahead.
The irritating thing is they got in and we had a young guy who probably was maybe 20.
Yeah.
We had the guy that was in the front seat with me, Corey. He was probably 25 to 30. He was the ringleader. And then we had Charlie Manson / Ozzy Osbourne in the back diagonal from me.
Did you ask him to sing his new Post Malone song?
Nah, I talked to him. No. Get this. The guy, here's what all right, so we start driving.
Yeah.
I've got to take him from there to the west side. This has happened before.
West side's the
I've
best
told
side.
these stories before. Mm-hmm. So I take him to the west side. I pull up at this beat up house, the address he asked me to, and then it says it's a round trip, so I've got to wait on him. It says confirm when he's back.
Did you not know it was a round trip before you went?
I did not realize it.
Okay.
I just started with a Lyft.
I know.
So he gets out of the car. He doesn't go to the house. Instead, he walks down the sidewalk out of sight. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know the drug dealing.
Maybe he had to pee. Maybe he had to pee in the woods.
That's not the woods. It's the west side. We're on a street with a bunch of houses.
I don't think it matters there either.
There's no woods anywhere.
Well, I don't think it matters.
You're down
there
by
either.
Kroger. You know where Kroger is on the west side? That's where we're at.
I definitely think people pee outside there.
Okay, but if he did, I don't know where he did it. But he was on his phone. He's walking down there. 15 minutes later, I'm like, well, one, we're talking. So me and the other two hoodlums in the back seat were having a conversation, and the young guy asked the old dude about his hair because he has this long hair. He has a bunch of hair, really long. Ozzy Osbourne. And he told me, the young guy said, yeah, this guy, they call him Blue. And I'm like, oh, really? Why is that?
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah.
Like that?
He said because his hair's always dyed solid blue. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, man. And it's going to be again whenever I can get back to Walmart.
Okay. Great.
So I guess he has to get the blue dye to get back to Walmart. But anyway, after about 15 minutes, I said, guys, you're going to have to call another ride because I can't sit here all night waiting on your friend. So if he's not back in a few minutes,
get out, Aviv.
You're going to have to get out, and I'm going to cancel this ride. And all of a sudden, here he comes. And we took him all the way back to the holler.
Here's my question. My question. I have a question for you. You might not know the answer. If you were part of a drug deal,
I thought this the whole time I was in the car,
and you got pulled over and busted, would you be an accomplice?
I thought about this the whole time. I don't know. I
gave
them a rating to make sure they couldn't get back in my car again.
That's good, but it could still happen with somebody else.
Because they have the bag with the stuff in it, and I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We need to ask an attorney because that's a fear of mine. That one of two things about drug deals. You're going to be caught up and you're going to be caught in the middle of a bust and you're going to be part of it because you're driving the car and they're not going to buy, oh, he's just the Uber. And then you're going to be in jail and I'm going to be your one phone call.
And I'll be like, hey, Angie, I was part of the biggest heroin heist in Charleston history.
Right, and then you're going to be in the paper.
I was the freaking Uber driver.
Then you're going to be in the paper and everybody's going to think you... But my second fear, and probably even more of a fear than that, is you getting in the middle of something violent. And I'm not kidding. That worries me. Because what if they
for the other people?
What if they had something out for Ozzy Osbourne and here comes guns a-blazing and they just go all over Eve and all over you? Eve's my car, by the way, that Jeff uses for Uber and Lyft. Her name is Eve, in case you didn't know. But I'm serious. What if that happens? It's freaking me out a little bit. Like, I don't like that.
Listen, for a guy who spends 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day slinging insurance, this is why I'm doing Uber.
You want to maybe be shot at?
No, but I want the fear of it could happening adds a little excitement to my life.
JMR, I'll give you some excitement. You don't
I
need
get to be that close to drug deals and have nothing to do with them.
You don't, but you might inadvertently, and you know what I mean? Be a wrong place, wrong time kind of guy. That scares me a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about that.
It's fine. These guys aren't serious drug dealers.
Okay. Jeff, there's people out there that get in the middle of it all the time. You don't have to be a serious drug dealer to be in the middle of a drug deal gone wrong.
I think we're more likely to get blown up at night, and I don't really do it at night.
I don't think that's true. People shoot people in broad daylight, mofo. They don't care.
I don't watch the Channel 13 news, so I don't know. But
I'm just saying.
I didn't really feel unsafe. If I felt unsafe, I would have canceled the ride.
I mean, you don't always feel unsafe, Jeff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You be sitting there chatting up with them. Their friend comes back. All of a sudden, he's got a bag over his head, hands behind his back, thugs coming up, guns to his head, and they shoot everybody.
That would be the biggest Uber ride of your life.
Of my life?
Yeah, because of life insurance.
See, that's not even funny.
So you could cash that in, and you'd be like, "Thank you, Uber."
How did you lose?
Lyft.
I'm so sorry.
$13.97 ride.
What happened?
Plus the $500,000 or $2 million, whatever.
So
How much
what?
do I have?
It doesn't even matter.
I need to make sure that's paid
I don't want to
up.
sit here and be telling somebody, "Oh, I didn't know you were a widow. I'm sorry. What happened? Uber ride gone wrong." I mean, I don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a heck of a way to go out. I mean, it's kind of dramatic, but still.
I don't want to go out anyway.
Well, I don't either, but I'm just saying, like, that would be horrible. Now you got me all nervous. My hands are sweating. Feel my hands. They're sweating like they really are.
Why would you worry about it? It's not like that. It's safe.
It's not like that, Ange. It's safe, I promise. I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't really worry about, I mean, you got to live life, but it fears me a little bit.
I keep my head on a swivel.
Oh my gosh, do you now?
I keep a Glock under my seat.
You do not.
I keep pepper spray, one of those. I keep one of those
Pepper spray.
hand pepper spray things on that just slides right out my sleeve. I just whoosh.
I don't know, pepper spray versus like a gun. I just think the gun's gonna win. I don't know what makes me think that. Pepper spray's cute and all, but
Hey, you get some pepper spray in your eyes. Good luck.
okay, I'm
Good
pretty
luck
sure.
shooting
I'm
anybody.
pretty sure the
Good luck.
speed of a bullet is a lot faster than the speed of a stream
I'm
of
not.
pepper
We're
spray.
not doing it. We're not going to do a duel. We're not going to do 10 paces and turn around and shoot at each other. Wait, sir, drug dealer with the pistol.
Exactly.
Let's duel.
You just said my
Backs
words.
together.
No, you just said what I was fearing. Hey, drug dealer with a pistol. Hold on. I mean, you have pepper spray. He's gonna look at you and be like, "You pussy."
And
I mean, your pepper spray really bam boom gone.
And like they're going to care when my biggest argument is, "Yo, not me. I'm an Uber driver. I'm just an Uber driver."
They're not gonna
going to be
care.
like, "Oh, you're just an Uber driver." Well, then
Bam.
nobody cares about you.
See, now your alarms are going off, and you always yell at me. Take off an article of clothing.
Okay, I'll take my pants off.
What's happening in your phone? Did your trade go wrong? See, he doesn't even pay attention. Something's coming through his
I've got
phone.
some breaking news.
What's breaking news? Tell us right now.
Hold on, breaking news. I'm going to tell everybody. You heard it here first. Breaking news.
No, because
At 8:45 p.m. on Tuesday, September 10th, 2019, Patriots wide receiver Antonio
gosh.
Brown accused of 3 separate incidents of sexual assault and rape, according to federal law. Suit filed Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's not going to be breaking news because this podcast is not going up for a few days. By the way, happy birthday, DJ.
Happy birthday, DJ.
If you're listening, which you probably
DJ.
don't. And if you don't, then what kind of friend are you?
Come on, man. Get it together.
It's his birthday today.
What's his age?
Gosh, I don't. That is a good freaking question. 31, 32? 31 or 32?
I think he's probably 31.
Yeah, I think so.
I think last year was 30.
I think you're right. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so I have another, I have a question for you. It's a serious question I want to ask you.
I like these serious questions. They're really exciting.
What do you feel about jock itch? Do you get it? Have you ever had it? Is it something that you get all the time?
Really?
Yeah, I want to know.
How do you define jock itch?
Does your stuff ever itch?
Yeah, I'm a man. Does your stuff ever itch?
Well, jock itch is a fungal infection that occurs in your groin area. And it thrives in the groin, especially when moisture is trapped down there.
No, I don't think I get jock itch.
It can be on the inner thigh, too. But mainly on your manly bits.
Yeah, no, jock itch is a real thing, and I've had it, but I don't have it.
Well, you want to know what you can do if you ever get it?
Forever, because I have this stuff out there, this powder that I put on my ball sack.
Well, you're also not a jock.
And it's cooling. I work out.
You work out, but you don't.
And you have
don't,
no idea the amount of sweat sitting and quoting insurance.
I have a question when you work out, and it's a serious question, and just tell us all, because I have admitted to not wearing panties when I wear yoga pants. So tell me, when you're wearing, what kind of underwear? Do you wear underwear? Because you wear shorts, so you
Boxer
probably do.
Briefs.
Boxer briefs.
I don't want that thing hanging out.
I don't want that thing hanging out either. I can see you like
Sitting there on sitting on the shoulder press, and you just look and you see my dong sitting out on the...
There's Jeff Stingling.
Peeking out, looking around like, hey, everybody.
I hate when you refer to your penis as like a creature or a person. It creeps me
It is a creature.
No.
He's his own
Please
person.
stop. Please. And like when people name their penises, it makes me cringe.
Really?
Yeah, like you want Alfred to get out and play tonight? No! Don't do that. We don't name our body parts. That's disgusting.
You might want to name your fist if you're a boxer.
What?
You can name your dog.
No, don't. It's not a pet. It's not. No.
But
I would much rather I would much rather you say, "Do you want me to get my dick out?" I don't need to know. Do you want me to get Alfred out?
Hey, Dick.
Stop.
Hey, Dick. She's talking about you again.
Stop. Don't talk to it.
His name is Dick.
Stop.
We know now. You named it yourself.
No.
I'm gonna get
Don't.
Dick out.
Stop.
And on
so
really
done.
formal nights when we go to nice events, we'll call him Richard. Anytime we have sex and I've worn a suit, Richard.
Jeff, listen to me right now. If you refer to it by name or having a face or having eyes or that it speaks, I'm not doing it.
Oh, I'm gonna go by Michael's. I'm gonna get some of those little sticky eyes. I'm gonna put them on him. I'm gonna get a little fake beard and put it on there.
Please. Please stop right now. I am so done with it. Anyway, like don't call it by name. Talk to it or anything like that. Like it's only good for three things. For you to urinate, for you to shoot stuff out to make babies, and for my pleasure. That's it. 3 things. That's it.
There's got to be more.
No. There really isn't. Can you think of one? Pee, make babies, and please your woman. What else is it good for? It's not cute. It's not pretty. It's not attractive. It's not an accessory that you're like, ooh. Right? I mean, am I right?
You're the woman.
I mean,
hey.
I'm just saying.
I don't think so.
Right?
That's
you only think that way.
I don't send many dick pics to ladies.
You only think that way when you're like in the heat of the moment. You're like, ooh, you know what I mean? I can get that. Like I get that. You're in the heat of the moment. You're getting ready to get. I get that.
Well, it's a sexual thing.
Yeah, it's
not
a sexual
even about
thing.
the
right. It's a sexual thing. But like when you're just like standing around, it's like I like a nice butt. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not like I want to see a ding-a-ling just hanging there. You know?
Right, that's part of the process once you get past the like we've said, a woman has to be at a certain level of horny to want a dick pic or or to want to handle the dick.
Right. Well, I want the pictures when I'm in a certain type of way.
Right, but you got to be in that way. You can't just, it's not something you just send out of the blue.
No. So y'all, if you're doing it, guys, stop.
Oh, they're doing it.
Unless you're like sexting with someone or chatting with someone in that way, flirting around and stuff like that. But if you're just like having a casual conversation or you just slide into somebody's DM and do it, don't do it. Okay, but anyway, I was talking about jock itch. Here's what you can do. I'm trying to educate you.
I'm listening.
Because you might not have had jock itch before, but you might get it now because we've suggested it. It's going to be power of suggestion. You're going to wake up tomorrow all itchy in your groin area. Anyway, you can cream that sucker. That's what it says. I'm reading.
Keep talking.
I'm reading out of this bathroom reader we get with our razors. Anyway, it says cream that sucker. You go to the drugstore. There's a whole section dedicated to it. It's a topical treatment. You put it on an ointment. Take some anti-inflammatory medication to reduce the itching and the swelling that goes along with it. So you won't be digging at your crotch while you're out in public.
Are you trying to tell me something?
No. And then some things can appear to be jock itch. It's not. Like the good old STDs.
Uh-oh.
Psoriasis, even. Or it could just be chafing. You don't know.
That's the problem.
You don't know. Yeah. Chafing. Yeah. So, if the jock itch cream doesn't work and it's not and clearing it up, then you could have an STD. You could have psoriasis, or you could just have chafing. Which none of those are fungal infections, so the antifungal won't work. I am schooling you. I am not a doctor. I'm just reading from this paper. And then it says, the last thing says fresh Pensive Ball Air. If you don't want jock itch in the first place, or you want to get rid of it quickly as possible, you don't want to go to bed in your sweaty gym shorts, or you don't want to hang around in boxers that you've sweated in all day. The fresher that area is, the more you'll prevent against jock itch. Basically, free ball it as much as possible is my suggestion. Because the more moist it is, the more likely it is to grow fungus. You heard it first here. That's all I got to say about jock itch.
Thank
Fellas,
you.
I'm looking out for you.
Just
saying.
Specialist.
I'm pretty sure that the same applies for yeast infections for ladies. Air that thing out. Just air it out.
Yeah. Or use
free it. Just don't wear panties as much as possible.
Good advice.
You know what I'm saying?
Good advice.
Because you get that all trapped up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get some other things trapped up in there too, ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Quickly, if you don't wear panties. That's the one less thing to have to worry about. Just in case you get any dick pics and you're ready to go. Easy access, bam, boom.
Make a
done.
quick dick appointment.
Yeah.
Call me for the Uber. I'll take you there.
Oh, boy. Hey, better taking you there than to a drug deal is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever shot anybody over some sex, I don't think.
Oh, plenty.
You think?
Are you kidding me? How many deaths do you think there are from a man walking and finding somebody banging his wife?
Oh, well, when you put it that way, I suppose that you're right. So I suppose. So if a guy gets in the car and by himself, is driving up to the house, gets the key out and goes in, and comes back covered in stuff, you're gonna know what happened, right? So you need to be
your
weary.
Business is your business when you're riding with me and
I know, but you might get caught up in the guy leaving, even the guy that got caught leaving, and now you got to Uber him. Now you're caught in the middle.
Well, I'm hired. I'm a client. He's a
you're
client.
Caught in the middle. But are you loyal to the husband you drove, or are you loyal to what is it? What is it? If a lady has
tip,
listen,
that's all I want to know.
Well, I don't know.
She's getting.
You could ask her. She probably can tell you. No, listen. I want to know something. Like, you know, when a guy has a girl on the side, it's called a mistress. What about if a woman has a guy on the side? What's that called? Is it a
mister?
That's stupid. No.
Piece of ass? Side piece?
I mean, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't, because it's always the woman's the one.
What do you mean?
That's the object in the situation.
Well, I think that's sexist.
It is. That's why I said it. It's a joke.
I mean, maybe a boy toy?
Boy toy. There you go.
Yeah, but I think a boy toy has to be somebody younger than the lady.
Younger.
What if it's somebody older?
It's a fetish thing.
Sugar daddy? But then you have to have money. Come in. Somebody's at our door. Well, hey, Kaylee.
Hey.
Hello.
We're podcasting. How are you?
Featured on your podcast now?
You've never been on our podcast, have you?
I haven't, no.
No. How was your day?
Quite eventful.
Quite eventful?
Not really, no. Went to the doctor's. My arm is bruised. It really hurts.
Kaylee got her. I told him about our doctor trip today already. She went to the doctor and got blood taken.
This lady took out 2 tubes, and I was shocked.
That's how many they always take out.
Not on me, no. She only took 1. The last time I ever got my blood checked, and it did not hurt as bad as she did today. Like, she stabbed me.
She stabbed her violently. I saw it.
She wasn't good at finding the vein.
She went in.
She was nice. Kaylee made her laugh. Kaylee was saying some funny things today. The doctors.
She had the other one, like, hid under her hand like this. Y'all can't see, but she took the blood out like this, and then she swapped them out. I was like, 2? And she started laughing at me, and I was like, after she was done with the second one, I said, don't whip out another.
She sure did. That was funny.
That's
And then she said she had to take 2 more. I was like, really? and then started laughing. I didn't think it was funny. I was really shocked.
She was joking. She only took 2 tubes of blood, but
Yeah.
you're okay.
This arm still feels like I lost blood in it. It's
Really?
it's like I don't want to say my arm's dizzy because that's not like
Your arm's dizzy?
I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels weaker. Like as my left arm because like I don't use this one a lot. It feels like my left arm is what it feels like. It feels so much weaker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
I
maybe
could barely use this. Like,
maybe
I had to lift up my backpack with my left arm. I felt so strong. This
maybe.
one had more muscle than this one.
Look at that. Kaylee's flexing on us.
I wish you had muscles as big as mine.
Yeah, I do. So, anything else up? We're getting ready to turn this podcast off.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping in.
Really
Anytime.
exciting.
Anytime you have a topic you want to talk about, you can podcast with us, or you and I can do one together, and Dad can just whatever.
Do you guys edit these or just like leave everything you say in?
We pretty much leave
We
everything
just
we
leave
say.
So this
It's real like
uncut.
that. Uncut, unedited most of the time.
Runyans in the closet uncut.
That's right.
They're uncut.
All raw.
Raw.
Raw content.
That's right. All right. Anything else we got?
No.
All right.
All right, peace out, Girl Scouts.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Audi 5000.
Yeah.